Spencer Hawkins, aka Player 299, doesn't regret choosing the umbrella in the Dalgona challenge on Squid Game, the challenge. Yes, he saw how difficult that shape was to cut out of the honeycomb cookie on Netflix's Squid Game. But when Spencer was forced to choose a shape for his entire line along with 3 other players who were picking for their lines, it was either get eliminated or agree to do the umbrella. The stress of making the decision and the game itself, plus the negative reactions from the rest of his group now forced to do the hardest shape, led Spencer to gag for what seemed like a very long time. And while he got close to successfully cutting out the umbrella from his cookie, he broke it in the final moments and was eliminated. "I don't think I'm really nervous about what I did in the show," Spencer tells EW before watching the show. "It's an emotional moment when everything ends, but I didn't think I would make any screen time at all because with 456 people, it's hard to stand out. I'm not sure what made it on screen. I remember saying words when I was in that room with the 4 other people as we were choosing the shapes, and I think I said something embarrassing. I don't remember what, but just the thought of me becoming a meme is the thing that kept coming back to me. Maybe that's what'll happen." Below, EW got Spencer to unpack that intense game, why he got physically sick, and more. Spencer Hawkins: "Yeah, so that did make it in. I'm always here to help other people out, and if that means spitting on their cookies, then I'm for it. So it sounds like you haven't seen any of the episodes yet." "Yeah, I have not. You probably know more about the show than I do. Did you watch Squid Game before signing up to do this show?" "I love a good story. I'm a big TV and movies kind of guy, but I wasn't a diehard fan. The biggest reason I signed up for the show was a few years ago I recovered from cancer, and with that I became much more intentional about the things I wanted in my life, meaning deep human connections and unique experiences. This show provided me the opportunity to be able to meet new people and to be able to hopefully win money to be able to take care of the people I care about." Knowing how intense Squid Game was, what were your expectations going into the reality show version of it? "I expected physical challenges. All I'd done to prepare was go to the gym more than normal, and so I actually made red light, green light a lot more difficult for myself because the week before I'd done an intense leg day, and I was having trouble walking when we made it to that first day of filming. I'm very grateful to be able to have made it through that. I didn't even think about being eliminated going in. I went in convincing myself that I would come out as the winner. After red light, green light, I laid down as they brought the pig in, and they started dropping the money in the bank, and I was laying right under it because I was trying to keep my eyes on the prize." What was it like playing red light, green light? "It's a lot more difficult than I thought. We're not standing for just 2 seconds. We're standing for minutes for sure between each freeze. And it's difficult to hold a pose for a long period of time. And mentally you have to stay focused because you're hearing other things happening as other players are eliminated and whatnot. You can hear a squib, the ink pack, go off, but if your eyes are forward and they're not in front of you, you're not seeing it. So I saw very few of those eliminations actually. It was fun hearing people joke with one another afterwards about how difficult it was and comparing it to other difficult life experiences." What was the longest period of time you had to freeze? "I wish I had a watch on me, but I don't know. My first pose, I stopped in mid-lunge, and so I was expecting to be able to hold it for just a little bit and then to start running again. But no, I was definitely holding that for many minutes and my legs were shaking when I finally had the chance to move. From then on, I tried to just stand straight every time we got to a red light. One of my best friends in the game would just run as fast as he could, and then he'd dive and fall on his face, and that was his strategy. I could see a few people who were doing that as their strategy. They wouldn't have to worry about moving if they're just laying down on the ground." Moving on to Dalgona, how long were you in that line thinking about how you'd have to make a decision about the shape for your entire group? That wasn't much time at all. They gave us a minute or two, and in that time, dozens of people from all around the room and all the different lines came around me and the other people in the front of the lines, and they were telling us the things that they wanted us to do once we made it into the room. Because everyone had a strategy. But my strategy was to be myself.